I've always been having issues with bad lighting. Today it's worst. Today it's worst. But while I can't speak for everyone, I can only speak for myself as a woman in my 50s. I think I'm getting embarrassed. I realize that I have really, really mishandled my money. It's almost embarrassing. It's to the point where this is not something that most women talk about, or even men, that we've lived such carefree money spending life in our 20s and 30s and 40s. And you hit 50, it's not cute anymore. It's getting very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. And while you can still afford yourself some things, you realize that although you can afford yourself those things, you still have to spend with caution, lest you become in your 60s and you can't afford to pay for your daily livings. And I please be mindful. It's embarrassing for me. So I can just imagine for other people who are going through this, who is not willing to talk about it. Because I am here and just putting my business out there on the internet because I know that there are other people that's going through this. I have to be mindful of what vacation am I going on. I can't exceed $5,000 in spending for a 3 to 4 day vacation. 10 days I will, a $10,000, not 10 days, a $10,000 vacation I could take, but that would be once per year. And so, but you do have other people who are much younger than you and I who are money savvy and start learning from us older folks. And I call ourselves older folks because, yes, we're in our 50s. This is pretty much for the women in their 50s and 60s and 70s. You know, nonetheless, 40 year women in their 40s are talking about this because I've seen them, with their content creating, and they're already addressing the issue. And it really, really is concerning for me. But the good news is, what are we doing about it? What are we doing about it? For me, this is how I'm recalibrating. I am making sure that I am in good health, mentally and physically and emotionally. Because if you have none of those, you can't do what needs to be done. And here's what we don't want to do. We do not want to follow the Joneses. We do not want to follow our neighbors, seeing what they do and follow suit and do the same thing. That will get us further in trouble. Live in your own means. I'm not saying to live below poverty. Most of us can't. I can't. Most of us can't. But if you have to, do it with good mental health, because that can break you down. If you have to deal with mental health issue plus while living below poverty, it's become frightening to me, literally frightening. But once you think about it, know where you're at in life financially, and start doing something about it. Because while we're in our 50s, it's still not too late. It's still not too late. It's just that we don't have time. And we have to run at a faster pace than anyone else. This is what I've been thinking about in the last, 3 months? And I was already thinking about it, but it was long after I bought myself every designer there is. And that was silly and stupid of me. That was following the Joneses. Really? That's really what it was. We think it's not, but it's really what it was. I had a conversation with my son last week, and he said to me, Mom, are we selling all those stuff you have in the box? Because I promised him that I'm going to get rid of. I can't let go of them. I said, give it some time. Yeah. He said, you don't need them. We're talking about a good $30,000 worth of stuff that could have just, I could have recouped back 50% of that money. And while he's not aware of this, I was embarrassed. He, late 20s, heading into 30s, is, well, I don't even know my son's age. He's in his 30s, early 30s. And he stopped buying jeans for $1,000. He said, no way, not my money. He gets it early. I am just embarrassed, just truly embarrassed at what I've done. And guys, I have decided to do something about it. I'm not going down like that. I'm sorry. What is my point with this video? And I stutter. What is my point with this video? Is that if you're in my shoe, it's okay. You're going to feel embarrassed. Own it and do something about it. Own it and do something about it. Because if you let it stay there and fester, the situation only gets worse. We see our friends and our neighbors and our colleagues going off to vacation. Go on vacation when you can afford it. When you can afford it. And don't be ashamed to roll in holidays and weekend in your vacation to lengthen your vacation. But to take off 2-3 weeks to going off to Dubai, and ridiculous. Ridiculous. If you can afford it, do it. But I won't go that route again. I won't do what I see others do. Oh, you went on a vacation and oh, it's so nice there. Can we go? Can we go? And I'm like, yes, let's do it. Let's go. Let's book our trip. Let's do it in 2-3 months from now. I'm not doing that. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. I can only count and mind you, and while I'm complaining, I do have assets, but you don't have liquid cash. I built up my belief in just having assets, and I use my funds just telling myself, okay, it doesn't matter. I have assets. It doesn't matter. I have assets. That's crazy. It's embarrassing. It truly is. Where do we go from here? I am doing everything possible to get out of this situation. Assets alone cannot do. You need liquid cash. Let's do something about it. Women in your 50s, let's go out there and do it, because it's still not too late. It's still not too late. But while you're about to make that change in your life to give yourself better financial stability and security, make sure you're doing it with good mental health. You need to be healthy emotionally, physically, and mentally. And you've got to take care of that first. I just want to leave that with you. I'll see you in another video. Thank you for listening to me going through while, being embarrassed. I've been, I don't know how to talk to people about it. I talked to a friend about it yesterday while we were at lunch. And she's in her 60s. Fancy as hell. And she has talk like that. And yeah, we don't want to get there. We don't want to get there. I have since been making strides and moves, and I love it. I love what I'm doing. I'm seeing it come into fruition. I'll see you in another video. Bye bye. Claudia here.